Life is always moving, always buzzing, always demanding, and our minds are constantly pulled in 1,000 different directions, from texts, emails, worries, and schedules. And in the middle of all that noise, we forget something important: ourselves. We forget to breathe, we forget to listen, and we forget to heal. But that's where meditation comes in. Meditation isn't about sitting cross-legged for hours or becoming some spiritual master. It's about coming home to yourself. It's about creating just a few moments of silence in a world full of noise. And in that silence, something powerful happens. You see, meditation gives you space to heal, be they emotional wounds, mental stress, physical tension. Meditation helps untangle it all. It slows the racing thoughts, it relaxes the tightness in your chest, and it gives your nervous system a break. It reminds your mind and body that you're safe, you're okay, you're still here. I suggest you don't wait until you're burned out to start. You don't need to wait for rock bottom to take a breath. You can begin now. You should begin today. So what is meditation really? At its core, meditation is simply this: the practice of being present. Not caught in the future, not stuck in the past, just here, in this breath, in this moment. And that one practice, being fully present, can change everything. It can help lower anxiety. It can help reduce depression. It can improve sleep. It can boost creativity. It can help the body heal from the inside out. But most importantly, it reconnects you with you. So how do you do it? Well, let's break it down into 5 simple steps. Number 1, find a quiet space. Doesn't have to be fancy. You can sit on your bed, sit on the floor, or just sit in your car before work. Just somewhere you won't be disturbed for a few moments. Number 2, sit comfortably. You don't need to twist into a pretzel. Just keep your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, and your hands resting gently. Number 3, close your eyes and breathe. Inhale slowly through your nose, exhale gently through your mouth. Do that a few times and notice how your body begins to settle. Number 4, focus on your breathing. Notice the air coming in and going out. If your mind wanders, and it will, just bring it back to the breath. No judgment, no pressure. And number 5, just start small. Try 3 minutes, then 5, then maybe 10. It's not about how long you meditate, it's about how you consistently show up for you. See, over time, you'll notice the difference. You'll feel calmer in chaos. You'll respond, not react. You'll carry a sense of peace with you, even in busy or stressful moments. And maybe most importantly, you'll start to hear your own voice again. The voice underneath the noise, the one that says, I'm healing, I'm growing, I'm okay. Because meditation isn't about escaping life, it's about learning how to live it fully, with awareness, with presence, and with peace. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need to get it right every time, you just need to begin. You see, meditation is a return to your breath, to your body, to the moment. And in that return, you begin to remember how powerful you truly are. Be aware of the company you keep. Certain people bring out the best in you, while others, they bring out the worst. You've probably known or felt this before, haven't you? You spend time with someone and you walk away feeling more alive, inspired, clear, focused, like you're ready to do something great. Then there are the others. You leave their presence feeling drained, frustrated, confused, like you just lost a part of yourself. That's not a coincidence, that's energy. We are shaped by the people around us, their attitudes, their habits, their way of thinking. It all rubs off on us, whether we notice it or not. Some people speak to your potential. They see the light in you, even when you don't. They challenge you to rise. They support you when you stumble. They remind you of who you are when you forget. These are the people who bring out the best in you. And then there are the people who stir up your insecurities. People who thrive on drama. People who pull you back just when you're starting to climb. Not always because they're bad, sometimes because they're afraid of change. Afraid you'll outgrow them. Or maybe they just don't know how to be better. So they keep you small so they can stay comfortable. These are the people who bring out the worst in you. And listen, this isn't about blaming anyone. It's about awareness. It's about understanding that you have the power to choose who gets access to you. Because your environment isn't just where you live, it's who you're around. And the wrong environment will choke your growth. The wrong people will distract you, discourage you, and deplete you until one day you look up and realize you're not who you used to be, and not in a good way. So how do you handle this? Start by noticing who lifts you, who tears you down, who do you feel most like yourself around, and who do you feel like you're pretending for? Then make space. This doesn't always mean cutting people off harshly. Sometimes it just means creating distance, less time, fewer conversations, more boundaries. And on the other side, lean into the people who make you better. The ones who tell the truth even when it's hard. The ones who celebrate your wins without jealousy. The ones who push you, believe in you, and show up when it counts. Those relationships are rare. Protect them. But here's something important too. It's not just about who brings out the best in you. Who do you bring out the best in? Are you the kind of person that uplifts others, that encourages them, that makes them feel safe and seen? Because just as much as people influence us, we influence them. So be intentional. Be the kind of person others are better for knowing. At the end of the day, you don't rise alone. You rise with your circle. So build one that reflects who you want to become, not just who you've been, because the people around you matter more than you think. There comes a moment when everything feels stagnant. You wake up, go through the motions, and wonder how you ended up here, uninspired, drained, stuck in the same loop. The days blur together, and deep down you know something isn't right. But feeling stuck is not a life sentence. It's a signal. It's a whisper from within telling you it's time to wake up, time to break the cycle, time to remember who you are and what you're capable of. Most people wait for a breakthrough, hoping inspiration will strike. But here's the truth, it won't. Inspiration doesn't appear out of thin air, you create it. You build momentum, and then the fire returns. The mistake we make is thinking we need to have everything figured out before we move. That's a lie. Clarity comes through action. The only way to get unstuck is to shake things up, to disrupt the pattern, to do something, anything, differently than before. When you feel lost, change something, no matter how small. Switch up your routine. Take a different route to work. Read a book on a topic you've never explored. Say yes to an opportunity you'd normally turn down. Stagnation thrives in predictability. The more you stretch beyond what's familiar, the more your mind wakes up to possibility. And while you're at it, move your body. Physical movement shifts your energy. Go for a walk, hit the gym, dance in your living room. The mind and body are connected, and when you shake off the physical weight, the mental fog starts to lift too. You can't think your way out of feeling stuck. You have to move your way out. Then start asking yourself better questions. Instead of why am I stuck, ask what is this trying to teach me? Instead of what's wrong with me, ask what do I need to do right now? Your mind will always find an answer to the questions you ask. So make sure you're asking ones that move you forward, not keep you trapped. And be careful with your words. The way you speak to yourself in these moments matter more than you realize. When you're stuck, your mind plays tricks. It tells you that this is how things will always be, that you're behind, that nothing will change. But that's just the voice of habit, clinging to what it knows. You must challenge it. Instead of saying, I don't know what to do, try, I'm figuring it out. Instead of saying, I've wasted so much time, try, I'm learning from this moment. Words shape perception, and perception shapes action. And most importantly, take the pressure off yourself. People get stuck because they're too focused on finding the perfect solution, the right path, the big breakthrough. But progress isn't about massive leaps. It's about small, consistent steps. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to take the next step in front of you. And remember, this feeling is temporary. You won't feel stuck forever. You won't feel lost forever. There is a future version of you who is broken free, who has found their spark again, who looks back at this moment and realizes it was just part of the journey. But to meet that version of you, you have to move. You have to stop waiting, stop overthinking, stop convincing yourself that you need the perfect plan before you begin, because you don't. What you need is momentum. You need a spark, and that starts the moment you decide that being stuck is not where your story ends. This is your wake-up call. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not when things feel easier, but right now. Move, and everything changes. Whenever I find myself overwhelmed, anxious, or just run down, one of the ways I find peace is to wander through nature. I slip on my shoes, fill my backpack with snacks and water, then head out for an hour or the day. There's something about breaking up the routine and connecting with nature that soothes my soul. It's my time. It's for me, and it's what I need. Now, whether it's nature or just in your own space, I strongly recommend you get lost so you can find yourself again. In a world that never stops moving, we forget to pause. We forget to step away. We forget that sometimes the only way to truly move forward is to first step back. You've been running, chasing your goals, meeting deadlines, answering messages, showing up for everyone but yourself. And somewhere in the chaos, you lost touch with you. There are days you feel it, don't you? That nagging sense that something's missing. That voice deep inside whispering, this isn't it. This isn't who I am. I need a moment to breathe. So take it. Give yourself permission to get lost. Not lost in distractions, not lost in the noise, but lost in a way that allows you to return to yourself. There is power in stepping away. Think about the last time you truly disconnected. No screens, no obligations, no expectations, just you and your thoughts and the world around you. At first, it's going to feel uncomfortable. When the noise fades, you're left with nothing but yourself. And for some people, that's terrifying. But if you sit with it long enough, clarity begins to rise. You begin to remember what matters. You begin to see what's been weighing you down. And you realize that half the things you were stressing over weren't even worth your energy. It's time to regroup, recenter, and return stronger. The people who change their lives are the ones who dare to step away long enough to reimagine what's possible. The best ideas, the boldest decisions, the deepest insights, they don't come when you're drowning in daily tasks. They come in the stillness. They come when you're out in nature, when you're traveling alone, when you're journaling at sunrise, or when you allow yourself to breathe without an agenda. And when you return different. You return clearer. You return ready. Sometimes the only way to find your path is to lose sight of everything else for a little while. Your reset is waiting. You don't need permission. You don't need an excuse. You don't need to justify why you're taking time for yourself. You just need to do it. Disappear for an hour, a day, or a week, whatever you choose. Book that solo trip. Turn off your phone. Drive with no destination. Let the world wonder where you've gone while you rediscover who you are. And when you come back, you won't be just rested. You'll be realigned. You may feel lost right now. That's okay. It just means it's time for this. I strongly recommend you get lost so you can find yourself again. How often have you told yourself, one day I'll get around to it. One day I'll take that leap. One day I'll chase my dream. One day I'll start living the life I know I'm capable of. One day is easy, isn't it? It feels safe. It whispers promises of future greatness while keeping you exactly where you are. But here's the thing, one day never comes. It's always out there, somewhere in the distance. And every time you push your goals to one day, you're pushing your potential further out of reach. But there's another option. Today can be day one. Day one isn't glamorous. It's not about massive achievements or instant results. It's about stepping forward. However uncertain or unprepared you feel, it's about beginning, even when you're scared or unsure. Take a moment to think about some of the most successful people in any field, like athletes, entrepreneurs, or artists. They didn't get there by waiting for the perfect time. They got there by deciding that day one mattered more than waiting for the right circumstances. They started training, writing, building, creating, long before they were ready. What about you? Maybe there's something you've been postponing. A business idea you've been sitting on, a fitness goal that feels too big, a life change that you're afraid to make. It's easy to convince yourself that you'll start when things settle down or when you're ready. But let me tell you something, there will never be a perfect time. The only perfect time is the moment you decide to begin. Day one doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require clarity or confidence. It only requires a decision to move, however small the step may seem. Think of this. Every incredible journey starts with a single step. The first step may feel awkward, uncertain, or even frustrating. But that step is where momentum begins. It's where you prove to yourself that you're capable. Here's the hard truth, is that waiting for one day is like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not getting anywhere. On the other hand, day one is a path forward. It's progress. And progress, no matter how slow, is always better than standing still. Don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for the fear to disappear or the conditions to feel just right. The fear won't go away, and the conditions will never be perfect. You have to move forward despite the fear and despite the imperfection. So what will it be? Will today be another one day? Or will it be day one? You don't need all the answers, and you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Life rewards action, not plans, not intentions, but action. Every dream, every goal, every great achievement begins with someone who made the bold decision to stop waiting and start doing. One day or day one, choice is yours. What if I told you that there's a powerful force, that if you can tap into it, you can accomplish anything you wish? What if I told you that this powerful force is everywhere? And what if I told you that this powerful force resides inside you right now? Would you be excited? Would you like to know what it is? Well, like I said, you already own this force, and you're using it every day. You're making decisions, living your life based on this force, but you may not even be aware that you're using it or the true power it possesses. Your identity, your decisions, and how you act are all based on this force. You've created this force over years, perhaps your lifetime, through experiences or your environment. It's so powerful that it can lift you through troubled times like a superhero, or it can shut you down in an instant. This force, believe it or not, is your belief system. Who you are, what you're capable of, how you act. These are all directly related to what you believe to be true or what you believe not to be true. Like Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's our belief system that allows us to accomplish great things. When you believe that you can achieve, you'll find a way. No obstacles are too big when your belief system says that it's possible. Every successful story began with an unwavering belief that I can and I will make this happen. It didn't start with the how. It started with the belief. And as long as I maintain this belief, even against all the forces that challenge it, if I hold on to what I believe to be true, my vision, my goal will become reality. It's only when the forces block my vision and make me start to question my beliefs will my stable foundation begin to crumble. See, when I believe in the outcome, I'll find a way. It's when I lose the belief that I start to question my abilities, or maybe the realization that my goal might be out of reach. When we block ourselves from moving towards our goals, it's because we've created the limiting belief. The idea that I'm not good enough, or that's only for other people. Again, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So many talented, beautiful people have given up on their dreams because they simply lost the belief that they were capable or deserving. So let me remind you, you are capable and you are deserving. You can do it. You just need to keep the belief. You don't have to know how it's going to work out. You just need to believe that it will. By hanging on to our beliefs, we find a way. Obstacles and challenges are just that. They're things to overcome or go around. They're not permanent barriers unless we allow them to be so. You have this superpower in you now. Use it to its fullest capabilities, because believers are achievers.